Okay, welcome to Tips Tuesday. I'm so excited. We have such a special guest on tonight. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Sarah O'Connell. I'm an ambassador diamond. I have been a part of It Works for over 13 plus years. So I just want you to drop in the chat. I want to see how long or when you started that you have been a part of It Works as well. I love getting to see those things. But y'all, this is such like my team knows this, but third or fourth quarter is my absolute favorite. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you can lock in and you can focus and you can run for your Christmas cash and anything that It Works in our company is putting on the table, the year and the momentum that you bring into the new year will change your life. Anytime that I could lock in the fourth quarter is literally when life-changing things happened in my business in the beginning of the next year. And also, I just want to share with you that so fourth quarter has always been really special to me. And then the other thing is y'all, Christmas. Like Christmas should be such an enjoyable time where we get more family, more fun, more time with our family. And I will never forget my first Christmas in It Works. And honestly, you guys, I wasn't even where I wanted to be in my business. I remember I had been a double diamond, had dropped rank to diamond. And I'm sure, that happens, right? That's part of business sometimes. And I just really didn't know. I was only had been in the business for like 6 months. And I was like, what's happening? Right. And I will never forget, you guys. It is one of my biggest aha moments. And really, I sat back, and even though my business wasn't where I wanted it to be and wasn't even where it once was at that time, I'm going to tell you something. I ran for the Christmas cash that they had that year. I got it. And I remember I sat there and I was like, okay, the new year's coming. They're like telling you to make this board and doing all these things. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, okay, you know what? This was your first Christmas that I never picked up an extra shift. That when census was low, I was like, please let me stay home. Let me stay home. That's all I wanted was more time home. First Christmas where I had zero memories left on a credit card, no debt whatsoever. And I got to say yes to more memories with my family. And I will never, ever forget it. So every single year since then, I have literally made it my mission to see how many of us can pay cash for Christmas, but also how many we can invite in so that they can do the same dang thing with us. And I don't know if you know this, I asked for a final number, but really we don't usually get a final number until like commissions are completely there. But y'all, It Works in October paid over $354,000 in Christmas cash and weekly bonuses alone. Like that is absolutely freaking wild. And what a blessing to be a part of a company that is debt free and even has the ability to do these things. So I want to share that number. That's not even our final number, but I want to share that with you because here's the thing, you guys. That's weekly bonuses. That's weekly paydays. Think of what a weekly payday for not all of us from every week all the way through 2026, but even for all the new people coming in, like people don't have to wait a full month to get a paycheck. They can be making those weekly bonuses. And on top of that, if you're making the weekly bonuses, you're probably on your way to Christmas cash and you can earn up to 5 of them. $5,000 in 1 month in bonuses alone, not even including your weekly bonuses. So when I tell you that they are ready to pay you, you just have to be ready to work. I am telling you, that's all you have to do. Okay. And so tonight I asked Shannon to come on with us because literally I've watched Shannon for so long. And I'm going to tell you something about Shannon. Every single time corporate offers us something, Shannon picks it up. I'm not even sure that she's really missed anything. Like there's a trip, she's going to go for it. She's going to get it. If there's Christmas cash, she's going for it. She pushes herself to get it. And it's just what I've watched her consistently do over and over and over again. And honestly, tonight, I just want you to ask yourself, you get to make a choice. Nobody can do it for you, but you get to make a choice, but you have to choose that you're going for it. It doesn't just happen. It doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't just slowly fall into your lap, but dang it, when you make it a commitment and you make a choice to go for it and you write it out and you have it in front of you, guess what? You steer where you stare, right? So if you got your sheet out in front of you, you have your goals sitting there in front of you on Post-it notes, you are so much more likely to actually go get it. And then tonight, if you better take some notes from Miss Shannon, because I always say you want to be learning from the people who are doing what you want to do. or who are where you want to be going. Okay. And so I want to know the same exact thing. And again, I was like, I want to know exactly what you were doing so we can share and help so many other people. So let me, Shannon, will you unmute yourself? I'm
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready.
I need to find her. Okay, hold on, because I want to spotlight you, not me. Let me see, friend. Sorry, you guys, I'm scrolling. Shoot, where are you? There you are. Okay, I'm gonna add. Yay! Now it let me do it. Okay. So
Cool.
Shannon's on with us. Welcome, Shannon. Thank you so, so much for being on with us. Will you just
Yeah.
start out and just share with everyone just a little bit about your story, where life was before you found It Works, how you found It Works, and what it's done for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so hi everyone. I am Shannon Jay. I am a double diamond and I have been with the company for 5.5 years. I'll be 6 years in February. And time has honestly gone so fast. It's almost hard to remember back to when I wasn't with It Works. But way back then, we were struggling. We were living off of one income. I was a brand new mom. My son was 10 months old. I was at my heaviest weight that I'd ever been. And I honestly was not looking for a way to make extra income. I had done a business like this before and it was absolutely awful. I had put a ton of money into products and didn't have a single customer. It was a huge flop. So my husband and I were very tainted against the industry. But I found some expired products in my cupboard. And when I messaged the girl who I got them from, I was like, hey, can I use these? And she was like, no, I wouldn't use those. And I was like, well, we don't have money right now. So I'm going to use them anyways. And I ended up losing 10 pounds my first month. And I was like, oh my God, I need to find a way to keep using these. I'm finally feeling better about myself as a mom, finding who I am again. And that's when she introduced the income opportunity to me. She was like, well, if you can't afford to use the products, you could always like share about them and get other people using them. And then you can make money and buy products with the money that you earn. And I honestly was like, can I even make $100? Like, I don't even think you can do that online. She was like, no, you can. You seriously can. So I jumped right in. We went really hard with HAPS right away. I did not have a very hot network. Like my mom was my 20th customer. So went hard with HAPS right out the gate. Went really fast. I went diamond in 3 months. And then kind of soared from there. I sat at diamond for a really, really long time, guys. If you're not doing self development, you need to. I needed to grow as a person, I needed to grow as a leader. I finally got myself to a conference in January of 23. That was our first conference back after COVID because I joined February 2020, right before COVID hit. Um, and got back from conference, went diamond 2 months after, or sorry, double diamond 2 months after conference. I took my husband's account double diamond the month after that. So after sitting at diamond for so long, that conference really changed my business. So if you guys don't have your conference ticket yet, get on it, get there, find a way to get to Dallas. And then life has just been different ever since. We have 3 kids now. My eldest is 6 and he has autism. I have a 4-year-old and we have an 8-month-old. So life is very, very busy. My husband is an RCMP officer here in Canada. So that's like a police officer. So he works shift work. It's crazy hours. So life is very, very busy.
Okay, I want us to stop for just a few things because I always love hearing stuff like this. A few things I want to point out about Shannon, and stories are just so powerful. I want you guys all to know you come with a story before it works, and you come with the starting story. So no matter how long I was looking up, there's a lot of us that have been here for a hot second, but I just want to know, I want you to know, even if you're new or when you're helping your new distributors, you guys, your starting story is literally like bread and butter to your business because people will join me and they're like, I didn't even know. Like they'll hear my name and I'm like, oh yeah, we don't talk about all that stuff. Like I talk about where I was when I started, just like Shannon said, but I'm going to point out a couple of things. First of all, she started with the products, right? I always say this, you guys, our products are so powerful. There is a reason why we have an auto ship. And I will tell you that as soon as people try the products, more times than not, they're asking, like, how can I share these, right? Or they're getting their results and they're falling in love. And you will see that some of your customers become your best distributors. I also love, wait, did you say you joined Stacy?
With Jessica Cook.
Jessica Cook. Okay. And so you know what else was so powerful about Jessica is that she didn't stop when Shannon said she couldn't afford the products. You guys, if you are stopping as soon as somebody says that, you are doing them a huge disservice because it is so easy. I came in with zero business experience. If you just commit to the system that It Works lays out for you, you don't even have to create your own. You just do what they tell you to do. Your products are covered, plus you're in the green. You're in the green, and they don't make it hard to do that. And so I just want you to see those two things. She started with the product, she got results. She didn't have the money, right, to keep going, and she was offered the business. She wasn't like, Jessica wasn't like, oh man, she's not going to be a customer because she doesn't have the money. So many people back off when they hear that. You should not. And if Shannon would have said no, then you should be asking her to host a post so that she can win some money. Okay. So your no should always be turning into something. Okay. So I absolutely love that. And I want you to also hear that she said conference changed her business. It changed her mentality. It changed her vision. You guys, when we hear conference, if you have never been, I remember being terrified to go. I was like, I've never done anything like this. But same thing. What did I just tell you? My business, it had gone back. Shannon was like, I was stuck. I felt stuck, right? We go to conference. And that year, my first conference, I got my double diamond back. I went triple, and then I went prez. And so conference is so stinking powerful. And you know what? It's going to be even more powerful if you earn your Christmas cash this month, and then you continue to go through December. Okay. So Shannon, will you just share? So Shannon got the full Christmas cash. I want you to drop a 2 in the chat if you're like, I am running for the full Christmas cash. I don't care if you have never enrolled 12 PMs in your entire life. Okay. This can be the first month that you do it. It all starts with the decision. You know what? I had never been presidential before I decided that I was going presidential, right? You've never done some of those things. That's what we call breaking a glass ceiling. And here's the thing. If you do it one month, guess what? Why can't you do it again? Shannon did it last month. Shannon, what's your goal this month for Christmas cash? She's going for 2. Like, she's not stopping. So you get to set the pace for yourself. So I told Shannon, I was like, we want to know every freaking detail of what you're doing that got you. Let's just start first with your perks members. Like, how are you getting those perks members? And honestly, I can see our leaderboard. So Shannon on the regular is enrolling what Christmas cash is and more. Okay. So she is consistently doing that. So obviously the system that she has in place is working. Okay. So make sure you get your notes out. I'm going to watch the chat while she's sharing with us. I told her to be as specific as possible for you guys. I like numbers. I'm like, how many are you sending? What are you sending? That type of thing. But if you have questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat because I can kind of see them, and we'll make sure that Shannon hits them all. Okay. All right. So share what you're doing to get your perks members.
Yeah, so the first thing that I want everyone to do is leave their excuses behind. My October was absolutely insane. The first 5 days of the month, my husband was away for sailing. So I was single mom in it with the 3 kids. Then I went to Cabo. Then I was in the hospital for 4 days, like admitted. Then I was recovering. It was crazy. Okay. So if you're saying I have too busy of a life to do this, I don't have time to put into it, leave that at the door because you do have time. This is going to fit into your day. You can work around everything else that you have going on. It's all about a mindset saying that you can do it. And that honestly comes down to saying you have the time to send the HAP messages. HAP always has been huge for me, and it always will be huge for me. Like I said, I did not have a hot market when I started. It was HAP that took me all the way to diamond in 3 months. HAP is absolutely everything. So my goal is usually 100 to 150 HAPs every single month. That is strictly product HAPs. So if you need to mix in giveaway HAPs because you're like, oh, I don't have anyone to ask, then you need to be growing your network. You need to be getting up giveaway HAPs so that you have more people to ask to post for you. Some people I know like to mix in distributor HAPs as well. So again, then you would want more. My October, I think I had 70 HAPs. Like I said, it was a crazy month. I did not hit where I wanted to be. And that's kind of like Sarah was saying, like my enrollments are usually between like 20 and 30 PMs a month. So for me to hit 12, I was pretty proud. So guys, 70 HAPs is all that I did. So you can do that. That is so, so achievable. I'm not sure like the weekly or daily goal. I guess I could just do like 70 divided by 4. So it's like 17 haps a week, which is what a day? Two haps a day, guys. You can totally do 2 haps a day. That is absolutely nothing. Go for more than that. Again, those are just the product haps. And I'm very specific. I only use 2 product haps. Everyone is getting the exact same hap from me because these are the ones that work. I'm not sending people collagen haps. I'm not sending people hair, skin, nails haps. These are the haps that pop off and get the most amount of comments. So when you are doing haps, when you are taking time out of your day to send those messages and people are saying yes, you want to be as productive as you can. Work smarter, not harder. Get up the haps you know that are going to get comments. Even if you've got up 10 and you're like, there's not a single comment on this. When other people are telling you it's tried and true, though that was just those 10 people's networks. It's not that the hap doesn't work. Keep going with it. Keep going. If you get up 50 haps and you're like, you know what, this one's not working for me, maybe change it up. But trust me, so the hap that I use, I know that you guys probably hear it a lot. It's like the 4 gummies, and then it has like 2 slashes, and it's like 2 tablets. Who's looking to lose 30 pounds by the new year, blah, blah, blah. I actually changed it so that mine doesn't say tablets, it says capsules. So I'm doing gummies and burn. Because in Canada, we have a gummies and burn duo. So I sell the duo with an extra bottle of gummies attached to it. The other hap that I use a lot is actually for 30-day drop. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick here. Okay, so are any of my friends wanting to heal their gut and lose 10 to 30 pounds by the new year? My friend Shannon needs a few reviewers for her natural system at her cost. And that one I'm sending 30-day drop information. So those are the 2 haps that I'm sending people. Usually if someone has posted the 4 gummies, 2 capsules one in the last month, then I'll send them the other one. That's kind of like my secondary choice. If they haven't posted for me since like the summer, they're getting that one again, even if they did that one in July or August. To me, it's been long enough. They could have new people, they could have a different network. There's a lot of time between the posts, they're getting the same one. And then, yeah, that's kind of my secondary one. If you have someone who is constantly posting for you, like let's say they posted for you 2 weeks ago, I would give them something different. But if that's kind of what you're experiencing, again, you need to grow your network and get more people to hap for you, because my haps are not just like, oh, she got 70 haps. That was 70 different people happing. It's not the same person happing 4 or 5 or 6 times in a month, and then that being multiple people. You want to get into so many different networks. So then, of course, we're going to ask, like, where am I finding people to put up this many posts? So one of the things that I love to do, obviously, is like a giveaway post on my own wall, constantly changing up, doing different ones. And then the second place that I like to message people from is actually from my like business posts. So I am very intentional on sprinkling the business into what I would normally post. So if you go scroll my wall, you're not going to see business post, business post, business post, business post. You're going to see a lot about my family, about my life, opportunity posts, lifestyle posts, all the things. So I like to go and message those people. I actually don't even tell them about the giveaway when I message them. So the message that I send them is, hey, I appreciate all the support you give me on my page. I wanted to reach out and first say thank you. And second, to see if you'd be able to help me out. I'm going for a big Christmas bonus for my family this month, and I'm excited to get ahead. Would you be willing to copy and paste a post I have and tag me on your wall for referrals? It would mean so much. So I do find that some people that are interacting with your page that don't comment on your giveaway posts, they find the giveaway posts sometimes gimmicky, or they don't need to win money because they have money. Those are the people you want posting for you, because guess what? That means their friends have money. right? So you're going to get into a whole new network. So many people are so willing to put up a post just because they know it's going to help you out. There are people out there that are just like the goodness of their hearts. They don't care if they win money or not. And again, those networks are fantastic to get into. And then just like Sarah said too, for people that you're talking to now off of HAPS about the products, if someone can't afford it, we're offering the business. If they aren't interested in the business, we're asking them to HAP. So I get a lot of HAPs from that. I also love to ask customers to HAP after I've placed their order. You are going to get so many referrals from that because, again, if they're able to afford it and they're placing an order, probably their friends are interested. I had someone, her sister ordered, her cousin ordered, like so many referrals from her posting on her page, and now they're all doing it together. So they're excited. So there are so many different ways that you can get up apps. Sometimes I message my friends list. There's so many messages and boards, guys. I know Sarah has a great boards for you guys. Utilize those messages in there and just make sure that you're sending the messages. I aim to send 50 messages every single day. So it doesn't necessarily come down to like, oh, my goal is to get up like 5 to 10 haps or whatever. I'm doing what I can control. What I can control is how many messages I send. I cannot control how many people said yes that day. Sometimes I only get 2. Sometimes I get 5. Sometimes I do get 10 out of sending 50 messages. But it's the point of putting in the effort to send those 50 messages.
Yeah, and you guys, I think here's the thing too, is that one thing about host to post is it has you doing all the things. So even if you feel like you're like resisting it, I want to tell you this month, I just want you to embrace it. Okay. Even if you never have before, like let's just embrace it, because I always say you have to do something different to hit a new goal, right? And the thing is you hear host to post over and over and over again. And honestly, I do the same thing that Shannon does. Like, I don't even tell people an amount. Like, I just tell people, like, it would help me out so much. And these are products that I'm passionate about, I use, and I'm just looking to help other people. And people are like, oh, for sure. The other thing you're going to find is that as people say yes, that you also are going to have them be like, hey, can I actually get information on that? And then you're like, yes, like I get so many that are hosted posting for me actually as my customers. And so, and then if they're already posting for you, once they say yes to like, and I'm like sending them their link, I literally will just voice them. If you are not using voice memo, I don't care how awkward you feel, but that is usually where I'll come in and I voice message them and I'm like, hey, I just want to throw this out there. Like our company is allowing you to earn extra Christmas cash. You can add in weekly paydays, and you already shared a post for me. Like that is literally what you'd be doing. Would you like to be able to try to do this business, make extra money, and have your products covered? And I just tell them that is literally why I started this business, and this business completely changed my life. Like I just am very real. I like to be genuine. Like you guys, I do like boards because there's things like prices and different things like that. Like I don't need to just like always have to type those out. But when it comes to inviting and talking to people, and once I get a yes, whether it be the product or the business, I'm going rogue. Like I'm going full Sarah mode. Okay. So I want to get to know those people. So the same thing, you guys, with follow ups. I don't know if Shannon does this, but I will send follow ups, take no time, but you get so many people when you actually follow up. Same thing with host to post. Last month I had tons of host to post up, and really a lot of it came down to following up and just saying, hey, it's coming close. I know you haven't gotten the post up. I just wanted to remind you so that you had a chance at our cash giveaway. And they were like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot, and so making sure that they're doing that for you. So don't just, if somebody doesn't respond, don't think that they're just not interested. It's more than likely, like so many people I even had from last month that didn't get into our giveaway, and they're like, hey, I missed it. Are you doing another one? I'm like, we're doing another one. And girl, we are going hard, right? And so I just let them know. So just know, like some people are like, oh my gosh, I saw it on my watch. Or people right now are just so grateful for the opportunity to enter your giveaway. Do you understand that, you guys? Like, I can't tell you how many people last month were like, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like when you lead that way, it's funny that that's how you receive too. So just understand that, and being very personable, I think, is so powerful. And so Shannon, I love that. Like she gave you numbers. Like her normal enrollments, like she said, are normally like 20 to 30 PMs. Y'all, we all have months, right? Like Shannon had a super busy month. There's unforeseen things, but she still hit her goal. Like she still made the Christmas cash. And so she told you 150 host to post up in a month. This is what I want you to also understand. I like to look at my schedule. And so, like, I know my son has a hockey tournament this weekend. Am I going to try to do most of my host to posting over the weekend? Probably not. But instead, I'm going to look ahead and I'm going to plan ahead. And I'm like, I'm going to go freaking hard, right? Monday through Friday. And I'm going to go gung ho. And then on the weekends, guess what? I'm responding. I'm just responding to comments. I have all my things going. And so just know, if you can look ahead and you can plan, you can always also be present while building your business and winning. That but you have to understand that it does take planning, and it does take committing ahead of time. So she told you 20 to 30 p.m. she's usually sending out 150 or getting 150 host to posts up. 70 host to posts up, she got 12. Or what, how many did you totally get? 12?
13.
13. She got 13. Okay, so she got 13. So those are just good numbers, because also you have to kind of do a self check, you guys. If you're like, oh, whoa, like I'm only getting 7 host to posts up in a month, you're short, right? Like it's a numbers game. You're short. So you got to figure out. But like she said too, 70, that's like 2 a day. You guys, you can do 2 a day. Like make a goal, be like, I'm going to try to go for 5 a day. Or maybe you take, Saturday off or Sunday off, but so you go maybe a little bit more during the week. Like do that. That's okay. You get to pick. That's the beautiful part about it. So we shared, she told you that she does the burn and gummy duo, right? And then and she's in Canada, y'all. So for those of us in US, I just want you to know that we even have a little bit more tools than she has. But I always say this, you guys, if you're trying to find a reason as to why something's not going to work for you, you always will. If you are trying to find a way, you will always find your way. Because I am telling you, I went Ambassador Diamond, like literally, we didn't even have coffee yet. So it was like wraps, fat fighters, defining gel, and greens. No joke. Those were my 4 products. Like those aren't even our top sellers right now. Like that's what's so funny. So I also pay attention to that. You guys, our top sellers, you're going to see our skinny gummies. Like it's insane. So you have to think to yourself, like, use what is working, use what people are attracted to. So like she said, if you're out there posting about collagen, not that you can't post about collagen, but if you're out there doing that for host to post and you're not getting what you want, change it. Go to gummies, go to burn. And she's going with the duo, right? So she's coming in right off the bat. And I love that, because the thing is if you're using either a burn or gummies, you can walk straight into a trio. You can walk straight into the 30-day drop, and you're getting the BV, right? So you're getting the BV that you need. You guys, we aren't here for just one product. Okay. I also want that like out of your head. Let's not be frustrated trying to do 30 BV customers. Like go in focusing on packs and understanding that you can also upsell, right? We have Black Friday sales going on as well that are going to be coming. So if you go hard now in the messaging and in the host to post and using those things that she just told you, guess what? You're going to have a lot of people to follow up with as well. And you could literally be earning your Christmas cash a week before the end of the month. Like that should be your ultimate goal. Okay. So Shannon, will you share and break down how you're getting your distributors?
For sure. Yeah. So my favorite way is actually cold messaging. It's just scrolling my Facebook news feed, finding people that maybe I haven't messaged in a while, that have kind of a good profile. They have some comments on their page. And I just send them a really like generic, random DT. Message. So, hey, girlfriend, just wanted to spread some positivity your way. You are so gorgeous and I love your energy. You have such a light about you. You are someone I see so much potential in. I have a few paid influencer positions open working from social media and think you would be so fun to collab with. Would you be interested in info? Seriously, no biggie if you aren't. So a couple things usually come from this. So some people won't answer, and that's okay. Some people are going to read it, not answer. Some people literally just say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the compliments. Like, you made my day, and then continue on. And then there are going to be people that say yes, that they want information. The other way is, like we were discussing, people who say that they can't afford products. I'm always offering the opportunity because that's how I got started. So that's fantastic. I know some people like to DT hap. I honestly strictly product tap. And then I message the people who have posted for me, offering them the opportunity. Again, like Sarah was saying, hey, you just posted for me. That's exactly what we do. Do you want to get in on this as well? And then it's honestly like hardcore follow-ups. You have to follow up so many more times with potential distributors to get them to say yes than you do a potential customer. So I think they say like 5 to 12 follow-ups for a potential customer. I can tell you there was someone this year, I signed them in February, and I went back and counted, I did 24 follow-ups. So you need to have that forever follow-up game in your head. Most of the distributors that I have signed this year, I went all the way back to December of 2023 with my follow-ups. So that was like a whole year and a bit of follow-up, going back through my books, messaging all of those people. Hey, I know that you were interested before, but maybe it wasn't a great time for you to get started. Are you still interested in earning some extra income from social media? So do not be afraid to go back. And if you don't have people to go back and follow up with, then you just need to start having the conversations. My goal is to send anywhere from 5 to 10 of those messages every single day. So you want to be, again, doing what you can control. I can't control if people answer. Sometimes all 5 people answer me and say that they want info. Sometimes none of them reply and say that they want info, but I'm doing what I can control. And those are kind of the numbers that bring in a good amount of distributors. I signed 4 distributors in October, which again was quite low for me. I usually sign anywhere from 6 to 12. So honestly, those are the numbers, like 5 to 10 messages every single day. And you're going to have conversations. I know something else Sarah asked me to share is kind of what do I say when someone says that they're interested? So I would love to share my little blurb with you guys. So it is honestly very basic, but one of the key things that you'll hear in this is that I share part of my story right off the bat with them. So I'm giving them my personal testimony with the business, with the introduction to the company and what we do. So I say, I promote It Works Global, which is a plant-based, cruelty-free company. We carry health, beauty, and wellness products, and a handful are 100% vegan. Our job is basically talking about the products and telling people how awesome they are. We also refer them to the correct products based on their goals. We also don't keep stock of the products. Customers order directly through our personalized link, and then the products get shipped by the company straight to them, so it makes it really easy. It's really cool because you can do this from anywhere. There's data, Wi-Fi, and all from your phone. You're basically working from the comfort of your home or any location on the go. I actually started this over 5 years ago in hopes of just making an extra $100 a month. And then I have in brackets, I doubted that that was even possible. After the first month, we were able to start paying for our gas and groceries. Then after 5 months, we bought our brand new F-150. Since then, we've also paid off debt and moved into the dream house that we built. All thanks to the income I'm able to make at home with my babies. Now I'm working hard to help others achieve the same with lots of one-on-one coaching and support along the way. Does that sound like something you can do too, with lots of training and support? So you can see there's a few things in there that I make sure that we touch on. Number one is telling them about the company, kind of what we stand for, that we're health wellness, we're cruelty-free, plant-based. I like telling people that we don't keep stock of the products, that the customers are ordering right from our link. So they're not like, oh, what do I have to buy into? What do I have to spend money on? What do I have to keep in my house? And then also pointing on that you can do this from anywhere and it's all from their phone. So they don't need to go out and have a laptop and all this technology. And again, putting in your personal testimony, even if you don't have a big personal testimony, you can even just say, like, I started this with the goal of staying home with my kids, or the goal of putting gas in my car. It's casting that vision for what they can do. For a long time, I actually didn't have that first part that said in the first month that that we were able to pay for our gas and groceries. But I think you have to put that in people's minds, because you can't just say, oh, I was able to go buy a car. They're like, people aren't even thinking that when you're talking to them. They're like, I can't even put food on my table. So you need to get down to like where people are and where they're coming from, how you're going to touch their lives. So you need to start small. Those small things are so impactful, because that is what is people's reality these days.
And small is doable, you guys. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I know we have the ability to go so big, like literally nothing is stopping us here, right? I always say that. I'm like, that was something that was so, there were so many things that It Works offered me that my nursing job didn't. And like in unlimited growth, definitely one of them. But like Shannon said, I do want you to add a little piece and cast that vision, because when I was first starting, my first 5 distributors, 2 came from Facebook posting, and my posts were awful. Like they are nothing like our posts are today. Okay. They were awful, you guys. And 3 of them were employees. So I want you to notice that wasn't, none of them were my close friends, and none was family. Doesn't matter. Okay. But 3 of them, and I will never forget, like when I walked into work, they were like, oh my gosh, you guys, I hadn't posted on Facebook ever. Like, and they were like, Sarah, your Facebook got hacked. And I was like, no, I started a business. And all I said, like, one of my girlfriends was like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? And I was like, well, I want to use the products. And I told them literally what products I wanted to use, which they were the Fat Fighters, New You, which we don't have anymore, and then greens. And I told her why. And then I told her, I was like, I just want to make the shift of making money from home instead of away from it. And no joke, you guys, that's all I said. And they were like, well, so do I. Because every single one of us nurses was constantly picking up extra, because it's really hard not to like take the carrot when they're like, hey, come in for an extra shift. Like they're always short staffed. But ultimately, you guys, when we would sit back and ask ourselves, like, did we just want to show up and live at work every day? Like, yes, we could make money, but we were like, no, like that's not the lifestyle you want, right? And so I finally just said, like, I want to do this because I don't want the only way for me to make extra income is to be away from home or away from my family. And I want unlimited growth. I want the perks that this business offers. I want the trips. I want to do those things. And my nursing job, although I loved being a nurse and I got paid very well, it was never going to offer me those things. For Christmas, we got a $25 grocery gift card. And not that I wasn't thankful for that, but they sure as heck were not like, hey, Sarah, if you deliver 12 babies or help 12 moms this month, you are going to get $1,000 bonus. No, ma'am. That was not happening. Okay. So, yes, you need to say why you started. And you all are here. So you started, you had something, right? And even if your goal is not theirs, they're already thinking, like, well, what do I want? What am I missing in my life? What could I fill? What could this business do for me? So you are casting that vision. And so I do think it is so important to give some personability to your message. And then I want to note, you guys, Shannon's enrollments, they're coming from messaging. Okay. So they are coming from messaging. She has not once said, hey, my distributors are coming from my posts. My PMs are coming from all my posts, right? Really, those things, like, they support when you go to message someone and they're like, who the heck is Shannon? Like, who is this girl? They go to her page and they're like, oh, okay, this is what she's talking about, right? They're supporting. They're like the gravy on the potatoes type thing, right? When they go to stories, they're going to kind of see who she is, what she's about, that type of thing. But that is not where her enrollments are coming from. So if you've never heard this, there's money in the message. Don't ever forget it, because it's the one thing that you can control, and it is where your money is in the messaging. And so, you guys, I also want you to think, for those of us that are short on time, right? And I understand that. And we do certain things, right? We post, we share in our stories, we message, we follow up, we grow, we get on things like this. So you're already doing the things. Okay. So good job with that. But I'm going to tell you, if it was me and I was in my 3 days of work, do you want to know the things that I would do? I am going to post first things, and I can schedule my posts even ahead. And I'm just going to give you this tip, because again, you either you plan to succeed, right? Like you have to plan. So every night I make a checklist and I already get my stories lined up that I'm going to shoot off in the morning. I usually will try to get some of my posts. I'll see like, hey, do I need a business post? Which that's on my list for tomorrow because I've kind of done some product posts, but I make my list the night before. So that way in the morning, I'm rocking and rolling. Okay. So I am going to have stuff up because if people are visiting my page, I want them to know what I'm about. My open sign is on every single day. Okay. But then the next thing I'm going to do is message. I am not going to jack around with anything else because, like she said, that is where your time is going to pay you the most, is in the messaging. So if you are not messaging or you are scared of messaging, I want you to be married to the action, not married to the attachment to whatever you're putting on your message. In my mind, I'm like, Sarah, it is your job to ask and invite. So I am going to ask and invite. It is not my job to take it personally because somebody doesn't respond to me or to, get all upset or whatever. It is literally my job. So guess what? I'm going to show up and I'm going to message and I'm going to do that. And you guys, you will feel so less frustrated and so much more in control of your business if you are messaging. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that you understood that. And I can even have Shannon, we can get her messages and we can share them. I know she's reading them to us. But I do just love, like, you're seeing over and over, she is Shannon, right? She has personalized her things. It goes so much further when you guys do that. Okay, last things last. Is there any tips on mindset? And we kind of have talked about time management, really, you guys. We've kind of implemented that. But if there's something that we've missed on that, Shannon, will you just go ahead and share that? And like she said, you guys, she had a crazy month last month. Like, just life. There's always things that we can't control, right? And I say that I actually had, my son was in the hospital last month too. And I was like totally unforeseen. I ended up having to miss Cabo. And just things like that happen. But the beauty of that too is, like, I couldn't even sleep. So I'm up and I'm just doing my host post and doing my things. And honestly, all I could think was like, what a blessing that is, right? I'm not letting anybody else down. I don't have to ask anybody if I can be at his bedside. I get to just be right here doing my dang thing. That's the freedom that I truly started this business for. So any tips for mindset or time management so that we can help these people get their Christmas cash?
Yeah, so they kind of go hand in hand. And it is literally just like, don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. I
Yeah.
know so many people are like, oh, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Who cares? If it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just start.
Yep.
Just do it. Just sit down, send those messages, stop putting it off, stop saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow during my son's nap. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow when the kids are in bed. I'll do it tomorrow when I get home from work. Because guess what? Tomorrow's going to come and you're going to say the same thing again.
Mhm.
And trust me, I felt like I had to restart so many times in October when my husband got home, after getting home from Cabo and out of the hospital and all these things. And literally, it was just the mindset of sitting down and saying, okay, I have to do this. This is right now. Right now, I'm doing this. Today is the day to start. I know so many people are like that with like their weight loss journeys sometimes too. They're like, oh, I'm going to wait till the first, or I'm going to wait till Sunday or Monday or whatever. If it's a Wednesday, just start. Who cares what day of the week it is, what time of day it is? Just do it, and have the mindset that you can. If you're sitting here going, there's no way I can sign 12 customers. There's absolutely no way I can do that. Like, that's so many. Like, maybe like Sarah said, you've never signed 12 customers in your entire life. That doesn't matter. It is your mindset. If you believe that you can't, you won't. If
Mhm.
you believe that you can, it is so much more attainable and achievable. And I know too, I just always give it to God. Give it to God, guys. He honestly creates miracles. Like, I don't even know what happens sometimes at the end of the month. People just come out of the walls when you are trying to hit a goal. At the very end of the month, I had 3 days left and I still needed to sign 3 customers. Ended up signing 4, which was the amount of volume that I needed. I needed that extra customer to hit my 900 volume. So honestly, it was the work that I was putting in. I was getting up apps like crazy. I was following up like crazy, but it was also just following God and saying, bring the people to me that are ready to join this business, put them in front of me. have my messages touch them, and just sending out those prayers. And he always provides. Something that Stacey Alcala said at a green carpet that I was at one time was, our job is to be faithful, 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 and then God will be fruitful. So again, it's doing those things that we can control, and having the mindset that these are the things that we can control. Do not look back. Do not go and look at who opened your message and who didn't answer and count the number of people that it was a waste of time messaging because they didn't even answer. Like, no, like they're in your inbox, leave them there. Keep pushing forwards. Send more messages, send new messages. Do not look backwards. Do not get caught up in that negative mindset, and just keep doing the things, and things will happen.
Yeah, so good, you guys. I remember this too. I remember a blogger, you guys, and she's huge now, but I remember one thing she said, and her husband's a firefighter, so working long shift work, right? And they have I think they have 6 kids. Anyways, she said she would be present with her kids all day long, right? She's doing it. They have twins, all the things. And she was like, I built my business from 10 to 11:30 every single night. So she was like, I would literally start from my day from coffee on. And then she goes, and the thing is people watching, they don't even know what time it is because all they're seeing the next morning is it's her coffee. And then it's slowly her day. And they're thinking like that's her present day. So again, just not being obsessed with those small details, but actually just being obsessed with getting the work done, and you will see your results come. So thank you so much, Shannon. That was so good. And you guys, nothing she did is not, it's duplicatable, every single piece of it. And I love it. And it's simple. She's just using the same thing. She didn't just list off 10 things. She literally listed off host to posting and messaging. That's what she did. And that's what she does. So if you can do those 2 things and hold yourself accountable. And then the last thing I want to tell you too is you got to get loud about what you're going for. You got to be excited for yourself. But I want to tell you something, excitement is so contagious. If you are like, oh my gosh, this is what if maybe you have the 30-day drop on your auto ship and you say, I want to help 10 more women get started, or I want to help 12 more people heal their gut and feel the transformation that I felt from doing so. Like if you get loud and you're talking about it every single day, the Lord is going to give you the people. But if you're over there and you're like, I just don't know if I can do it, I'm not going to tell anybody because what if I fail, blah, 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 and you're just sitting in your own stuff, you're just going to sit. You're going to be sitting, okay? We don't want to be sitting. We want to be working. We want to be growing. We want to be putting it out there. We want to be bringing people in. So you got to get loud about where you're going and what you're doing because people will want to join you. No one wants to do things because you're putting it out there. They want to do things with you at the end of the day. Okay. So invite people in. Let's see. I already saw like over 12,000 in bonuses already being claimed in this chat. I probably missed some because some of us didn't get to comment because we're on here talking, but that is amazing. And I honestly, I hope that it works as a whole, that we literally can double the number that we just did in October. And I have no doubt that we can. So let's go earn our Christmas cash. Thank you so much, Shannon, for being on and just sharing all your tips and how you did the dang thing, because we're all going to go do it again this month with you. Good night,
Awesome.
you
Thank you so
guys.
much. Bye.